What's up, everybody? FTWitachi here. You know what it is, and thank you very much for tuning in to an unboxing video for the Blendjet V2. Without wasting any more time, let's get to it. Alrighty, so as you can see here, we have the Blendjet, the original portable blender. As you can tell, this is the Blendjet version 2. I do have the first version, the original, at home, which I'll be able to go ahead and show you guys comparison sizes once we go ahead and do so. But in this portion of the video, we're going to be focusing on the unboxing of the Blendjet version 2. As you can tell, as it says, portable, perfect for jetting around town, lightweight and durability, constructed, stash it in your bag and drink straight from the jar. Powerful, big blender, performance compact size, patented turbojet technology, powers through anything in 20 seconds flat. Ice, frozen fruit, leafy greens, and more. USB rechargeable, lasts for 15 plus blends and recharges quickly. Water resistant USB-C charging port, cable is also included. And of course, self-cleaning. Just add water, soap, and blend. Rinse and you're ready to go. So pretty much when it comes to portability as a blender, this is pretty much the best portable blender out there by far. It does state that it's powerful, and I absolutely agree. I've done things from frozen smoothies with frozen fruit. I've done things from making guacamole, and I've also done making whipped cream as well for desserts. But I mainly use this as my pre and post workout blender. I've also noticed that the USB rechargeable also states that it lasts for 15 plus blends. I've come to the point to where on the original, I did about probably 50 plus blends before I had to recharge it. I don't know if I'm destroying the battery by doing that, but I've never had an issue when it comes to charging up the Blendjets. So they're absolutely spot on when it comes to having a strong battery. The next gen blender, Blendjet 2, makes everyday wellness refreshingly easy and convenient. Take your portable blender anywhere to shake up your routine. Cordless, water resistant, quiet, and BPA free. It blends things like smoothies, protein shakes, mixed drinks, baby food, milkshake sauces, dressings, and more. And it does an absolute lot. And I do love the Blendjet V2 over the Blendjet V1. Basically, be anywhere, blend anywhere. I got the leak-proof lid with carrying strap, and I have not had an issue once with the lid having any leak problems, so that's very, very nice. And the carrying strap is also very, very handy as well. Jar with measurement markings. This is not in the V1. It's got 16 ounces or 475 milliliters, and this is an absolute must-have, especially when you are needing to measure your ingredients. The 6-point stainless steel blade, which is absolutely extremely durable and strong. Rechargeable base with patented turbojet technology. It's also got a single button operation. It powers, blends, pause, and lock modes. It's got a couple of modes which we'll be able to go ahead and show you when we get to a different part of the video as well. And of course, USB charging port. Very, very easy, very, very nice, and very, very sleek. So without further ado, let's go ahead, do a little bit of an unboxing, and see what is inside. All right, as you can see here, we've got the actual blender itself. So let's go ahead and put that right there. What else is in the box is, of course, a little bit of extra packaging to make sure that it doesn't break or anything like that. Of course, you got the USB port as well. This is basically standard USB-C, so USB to USB-C. Pretty much any phone has those nowadays anyways. And of course, a little bit of a booklet for the smoothies themselves to go ahead and check out what the actual Blendjet can go ahead and blend. And they also do sell things like jet packs and stuff on their website, so you can go ahead and check that out with that. And that is pretty much it inside the box. Very, very simple, very, very nice packaging as well. Let's go ahead and put that over to the side. Alright, so you also notice inside the Blendjet right now there is some paper. So let's go ahead and twist the top off. Very, very easy. Go ahead and see what's inside here. A little bit of easy, stay safe instructions, a little bit of caution and warnings. So go ahead and make sure you read that if you want to make sure you're not doing anything that you shouldn't be doing with the blender itself. But pretty much it's very, very simple, very, very easy to use. And what I love about Blendjet is just the way they look. The designs are absolutely fantastic. Comparing This to the version 1, I already have noticed that there's a huge size difference in the actual container itself. The Blendjet V1 does have 2 tops instead of 1. It's kind of got like a drainage top right underneath the actual top itself. But I'm happy with the way it is and the way it's set up. I do prefer having the measurements as well, which are on the backhand side. And pretty much how this works, it's very, very simple. Of course, got to make sure it's charged. Make sure you have your tops on. Make sure you have all of your liquids and everything to go, which we'll be showing you at the house once we get to that later today. And then of course you've got the power on button here, but to make sure that it works there is going to be an arrow on the back just underneath the measurements, and of course on the back of the blue, which is the motor itself. So that pretty much comes off. You can clean this individually, you can clean the top individually, and you got to make sure you do not submerge this in water. Just go ahead and clean this just like it states as using it as a blender. But again, you got the power button, USB-C, Blendjet logo, but on the back. So you'll notice that there is an arrow on the back just above my thumb. Your job is to go ahead and once you're ready to use it, to connect the 2 arrows simultaneously like that so that they're pointing each other, and that's when you will be able to go ahead and start using the Blendjet. The Blendjet kind of has a safety mechanism to where if those arrows aren't touching, the blender won't work at all. So just a little bit of a safety mechanism. Go ahead, make sure that the arrows are pointing at each other. Go ahead and put the top on, your liquids in, and you'll be good to go to blend whatever your heart contents. And again, what I absolutely love about these, so many different colors to choose from, so many different designs to choose from as well. And this is definitely my favorite. This is the mint color. They also have a lime green color and an ocean color, those definitely being my top 3 go-tos, but this one definitely was my number 1. Alrighty, so now that we have the 2 side by side, the Blendjet V1 model, which is the black model on the right, compared to the Blendjet V2, which is on the left. What pops up to me right away is pretty much how much crisp the left model already looks compared to the old model, which is on the right. The power button has the Blendjet logo right in, and it definitely looks a lot sleeker. The USB-C is pretty much in the same spot, and of course the Blendjet logo above the power button is nice as well. You can already tell the V2 has a larger motor compared to the V1 model. It is a little bit more powerful, but in regards to the old model, it was powerful enough as well. You can also tell how much liquid capacity that the V2 has over the V1 as well, just by looking at a side-by-side comparison. It is a lot larger in width as well as height, and of course you can tell that the tops are also different as well. Pretty much as you can see in regards to the V1, which is the older model, it has an actual top very, very similar to the V2. It's got the strap and it's got the actual top itself. And then of course over here, as you can see, it's got like a little syringe as well. Pretty much, I actually like this. I wish the V2 came with it. But for example, you have a smoothie that has seeds that aren't too big, but it does give you a nicer drink to it. But then again, it doesn't really do too much of a difference. But I did like that from the V1 model, which was that. But it was getting annoying going from opening both of them to go ahead and clean it out, especially when I wasn't using this at all. But then again, all you have to do in the V1 model is just go ahead and put the top on just without the syringe top. So as you can already tell from just that alone, how much smaller the V1 model is compared to the V2. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is take the tops off from the V1 model, go ahead and put them together, put them to the side. I'm going to go ahead and put the water into the V2 and go ahead and show you guys a little bit of the V2 in action. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take the top off here, put that to the side, go ahead and bring back the V2 and go ahead and pour in the water from the V1 model. So as you can see, that was a full V1 model pour into the V2 Blendjet. So with all the liquid poured into the V2, it was just over 10 ounces, 300 milliliters of water. Pretty much this one goes up to a max of 16 ounces or 450 milliliters of water, which is very, very nice to go ahead and have that much liquid space in the V2 model. Now we're going to go ahead and show you guys the V2 in action really, really quickly. First of all, let's go ahead and do it without any powder, without anything involved. Go ahead and twist the cap. One thing that I'm not really going to show you too much in this video that I do find very, very nicely as well is the power button. When you do have the USB-C in place and you're charging the motor itself, the power button has a purple ring around it, meaning that it has no charge whatsoever. It will flicker red and then it will stay solid purple. And then over time, you'll notice that it starts from the top and goes in a clockwise direction. You'll notice that the blue starts to appear. And when the whole ring around the power button is blue, that's when you know it is fully charged, which is actually really, really cool. And I like that. Just a little touches to it, which is what I like. But as you can see here, there's 3 options and 3 methods that you can do with the power button. First is to go ahead and hold it. You'll see that it's white. Wait for the purple to go all the way across, blinks a couple of times, and then you are good to go. What that does is it locks the motor from basically working without your consent. So pretty much I can go ahead and try to push it, or if it's in a backpack, or if it's in my pocket for whatever reason, but it's got something to do with the motor to where it won't no longer work. And to go ahead and deactivate that, pretty much just go ahead and hold it. It'll go ahead and re-go the other way with the purple light, blink a couple times blue, and you are good to go to now that where you can blend it. Number 2, go ahead and double click. It'll flick a couple times right and left with the blue. Now you can go ahead and stop and go as you please. That is a good motor, and that is a good part to where you are going to be doing stuff like guacamole, anything thick. Whipped cream was also a very, very good usage for that mode as well. Again, all you have to do, double click it, flicker blue, right and left, and now it's solid white, where you can keep clicking on and off, on and off. And giving it that extra blend to be able to do that will go ahead and rip through those thick liquids. After waiting about 5 seconds of inactivity, it'll turn off and just go to a normal mode. But just for the regular blend, you go ahead and push the power button, and let's go ahead and see the Blendjet in action. Alrighty, so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and give it a test because I am about to go ahead and head on over to a practice in just about 20 minutes here. So this is perfect timing to go ahead and get my pre-workout in. So for those of you that don't know, this isn't sponsored, but a little bit of C4 here, as you guys already know. One of my favorite flavors is the strawberry margarita. Let's go ahead and twist the top off. Let's go ahead and get a quick scoop of our C4. Make sure it's leveled off. Go ahead and pour the C4 in, and let's get ready for the blend. Go ahead and put the top back on the C4. Go ahead and put the top back on the Blendjet really quickly so we don't go ahead and get an overspill. And ready? There you go. So that is pretty much it. That is the Blendjet V2. So first off, I just want to say thank you all very much for tuning in to a Blendjet V2 unboxing video. If you have any questions, just go ahead and post in the comment section down below. If you want to see some more unboxing videos, of course, leave a thumbs up. Let me know also in the comment section down below. And be sure to subscribe if you're new around here. You don't want to be missing out on any of the videos. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and end this one off. So again, thank you all very much for tuning in, and I'll catch you all next time.